us together after everything that happened with Punk. How are you two holding up?
We're okay, but definitely didn't see that one coming.
No one did. Punk had us all doubting Triple H. Turns out he was just trying to divert attention away from himself the entire time.
Punk said this was like a breakup, and it feels that way.
It reminds me of when we split up, actually.
But ultimately, you must have mended fences to get to this point, right?
Yeah, it took time, but eventually we realized we worked better as friends.
Well, I don't think we have a lot of time, unfortunately, but maybe you can use that experience. You don't need Punk. You never did. You have each other.
I guess you're right. But even though we have each other, we still need help if we're going to defeat Mutiny at Survivor Series.
I know you couldn't trust anyone in the locker room before, but now you don't really have a choice. And besides, in the time since Mutiny formed, certain individuals have proven their loyalty to our side. We should start there.
Keep in mind, these superstars will compete for us in the best-of-3 series. Everything is at stake, including our livelihoods and the future of WWE. So choose carefully.
Which brand do you want to go recruit first?
I'll start on SmackDown talking to superstars from the women's division.
Okay. You have our full support.
Hey, hope you're doing okay. That go to sleep from Punk must have been a real wake-up call. Although if I'm being honest, it's hard to believe you didn't see it coming.
And you did?
Well, we all know of his reputation. I would have had my head on a swivel.
Oh, thanks for the heads up.
It was just a hunch. I wasn't close enough to have all the pieces.
Huh, must be nice to be able to watch everything from a safe distance.
No one's at a safe distance now. Punk and Mutiny are a threat to every single one of us. We need to work together. I want in on your plan for Survivor Series. Assuming you actually have a plan.
All I've got so far is punch him in the teeth, so obviously it's a work in progress. We need something solid, but that's where my head's at right now.
That's a start, I guess. But I was thinking maybe an actual plan to weaken Mutiny's grip. They've pulled too many of our people over. But I know somebody we should pull back. We could increase our numbers and destabilize theirs. It's a win-win.
Pulling someone back could send a strong message. And this time it's Mutiny and CM Punk who won't see it coming. So, who'd you have in mind?
Tiffany Stratton. She has the potential to be one of the best in the business. Luckily for us, Mutiny doesn't know what they've got. Even luckier, I might just be the person to get through to her. That is, if I'm a part of WWE's plans for Survivor Series.
Absolutely, Charlotte. You're in. If you can turn Tiff, that could be the game changer we need.
My thoughts exactly.
Charlotte, thanks for reaching out. I'm guessing this means Mutiny is gaining another top superstar?
Quite the opposite, actually.
What do you mean?
I'm not joining Mutiny. I'm here to pull you out of it. It's not too late to change course and be on the right side of things.
Pull me out? Why would I want out? Mutiny is shaking things up, Charlotte. I'm exactly where I should be.
At what cost, though? I've watched you rise. You've always had the potential to lead, not follow. Remember why you got into wrestling. Was it to follow someone else's orders?
It's not like that. Punk and Bailey, they're not just leading us. They're empowering us, inspiring us.
You once told me that I inspired you. Not only to get into wrestling, but to make a mark, not just to blend in. Don't lose that vision, Tiffany. Don't let Mutiny's clouded dreams overshadow your aspirations.
You did inspire me, but that was a long time ago. Maybe I'm not the same person I was then.
Or maybe you've just forgotten what you came here to do. Watch my match on SmackDown next week. It might just remind you.
We'll see.
Bringing us nobility and nostalgia, Charlotte Flair.
The following is scheduled for one fall, making her way to the ring from the Queen City, Charlotte Flair!
You gotta love the throwback, Corey. This is like stepping into a time machine.
Absolutely, Saxton. Destination, May 29th, 2014. NXT TakeOver, Women's Championship. You've got to bet we're getting another classic here tonight.
Let's see if history repeats itself, or if history will be made.
Here comes the boat of WWE.
And her opponent from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, Natalya!
A third-generation star who at times has carried the women's division on her shoulders.
To that point, Natalya has won more matches than any other woman in WWE history.
The Queen of Hearts spans eras, and her boat status is forever.
Natalya is always refining her arsenal. She's more dangerous than ever. You gotta wonder if this match is just a trip down memory lane, or is there something more at play here?
Knowing Charlotte, there's a strategy behind everything she does. I can't imagine this match is just for nostalgia's sake.
Well, whatever the reason, I'm loving this throwback match. I feel like a kid again.
Yeah, weren't you like 30 and 24?
Stepping through!
Legs, turning on the belly.
And she breaks her own submission hold. We don't see that often.
That can either psych out her opponent or come back to bite her. Oof. From behind. Back suplex.
That offense might have rocked the confidence of Natalya.
And you have to admit, all that training Charlotte puts in paid dividends there.
Dishing out a suplex.
The Queen strikes with the big boot. And now placed in the corner.
Oh, moonsault!
Great adjustment.
That's why you don't step to the Queen.
Oh, did we just see a tooth fly out?
This is an unyielding attack from Charlotte.
Charlotte's really turning it up, that's for sure. Nasty chop delivered by Charlotte.
Oh, natural selection by Charlotte.
Natalya wasn't ready. Now it could be over.
Cover. What a kick out at 2.
Are we sure that wasn't 3?
Just about as close as you can get.
Charlotte now has to find something else to fall back on. Something that can give her the result she's looking for.
Slipped away just in time.
Into the cover. This might be it. Kick out. She still has life.
I didn't think we'd see a kick out there.
Natalya failing to offer any resistance here.
Natalya needs to find an opening fast. Powerful fall-away slam.
She's getting into dangerous waters here.
I have no idea how she's still standing.
Caught the leg. Battle of counters. No one's getting their full offense in.
Momentum is all with the Queen now. Charlotte displaying all of her ability. Heading to the outside now.
Charlotte with the spear.
And she slides her back to the mat.
Flair delivering the chop. Followed by natural selection. Did Charlotte just end this?
There it is. Charlotte is your winner.
Here is your winner, Charlotte Flair.
History repeats itself as Charlotte Flair brought back the wardrobe, the finisher, and the victory.
There's more than just nostalgia here. Charlotte just reminded everyone not only of what she's done, but of why she is still one of the greatest of all time.
Tonight was a reminder of what passion and dedication look like. And that match wasn't just another random fight. Our throwback gear and my vintage moves were no accident. It was a message intended for an audience of one. Tiffany Stratton, I hope you were watching closely. That match, that fire you saw, that's why I'm at the top of this business. And it's why you got into the ring, inspired by people like me. But here's the real talk. You shouldn't be living in someone else's shadow, like CM Punk and Bayley want. You're not meant to be just a piece in their game. You belong somewhere you can truly be inspired, where you can unlock the potential you've always had, not with people who dictate your path, but someone who supports your journey. It's your time, Tiffany. And it's time to chart your own path. Remember why you started. Remember what drove you to step into the ring. It's not too late to make a choice that defines your legacy. Make it count.
So, do we need to talk about a plan B?
No. I'm making headway. Slowly. We'll get through to Tiffany eventually.
You sure? Because from where I'm standing, it looks like you're banging your head against a brick wall.
I'm aware of the risks. But I'm not backing down. This isn't just about rescuing Tiffany. It's about proving there's a different way to lead.
I get it, but I've also seen things not go according to plan. Like, you know, draft night. If this doesn't work, our options are limited with Survivor Series looming. We can't afford a setback now.
Then it's a good thing I'm not going to fail.
All right then. Make sure to bring that determination against Bailey. She won't know what hit her.
Yes, she will. Me.
The Queen bringing back another throwback look.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from the Queen City, Charlotte Flair!
Charlotte going back to her vast wardrobe closet for a throwback look that's sure to bring back memories for everyone, especially Tiffany Stratton.
Well, she's going to need more than memories. That gear brought her luck against Bailey in 2017, and she's hoping for a repeat here tonight.
It's time for Charlotte to face the heart of Mutiny.
That's not Bailey. It's Shayna Baszler.
And her opponent, representing the Pure Fusion Collective from Sioux Falls, South Dakota, the Queen of Spades, Shayna Baszler!
Bailey said Charlotte was going to face the so-called heart of Mutiny. I guess we all assumed she meant herself.
Another bait and switch by Bailey and Mutiny. Are we honestly surprised at this point?
Let's see how Charlotte handles this last-minute surprise.
We come to expect underhanded tactics from Mutiny, but Bailey running away from a match? This is a new low.
In her defense, Bailey never explicitly said it would be her, Saxton. Whether that's strategy or fear, well, that's anyone's guess.
Charlotte doesn't have time to worry about that now as Shayna Baszler, the apparent heart of Mutiny, has bad intentions.
From behind. Back suplex.
Oh, and it's reversed. Forward smash.
Kick right to the leg.
Back and forth we go. Oh, ouch. It looks like we've got ourselves a brawl here.
The fight is on, and it's furious.
Ooh.
You can feel the contact, and so does the WWE Universe. Boom. Exhaustion setting in, and neither one of them is letting up. Boom.
This is a war of attrition with neither superstar wanting to be the one who's...
Rapid-fire shots. Now the superstar backing down. Oh, that shot will give you the upper hand.
And she's set right into that corner.
Oh, kick right to the knee. The Queen teeing off. Making the climb all the way to the top. Charlotte Flair moonsault.
The second time, standing moonsault.
Charlotte with a picture-perfect maneuver right there.
Proving she is so much more than just hype. Nasty chop delivered by Charlotte. Natural selection.
Hazardous situation for Shayna.
Into the cover.
Yes, Charlotte wins.
Here is your winner, Charlotte Flair!
overcame the odds, the mind games, and Shayna Baszler. While Charlotte is the winner, the biggest loser might just be Bayley.
That's right, Saxton, because for at least one night, the so-called Heart of Mutiny beats no more.
Charlotte. Oh, so you can show up here, but not for your matches?
Never said I was the one who'd be facing you. Maybe you need to read your messages more carefully next time, Charlotte.
Whatever, Bailey. I thought you were coming alone, Tiffany.
Bailey wanted to come too.
And why wouldn't I? We're more than just a team. We're family. Tiffany knows she belongs by my side.
More like safely under your thumb. Remember, Tiffany, real growth happens when you step out on your own, not when you're overshadowed by someone else.
You mean step out and follow you? You're not looking for her independence, Charlotte. You just want her under your wing because you know her potential for Team WWE.
I'm just reminding Tiffany of who inspired her to be here in the first place. It's not about control. It's about rekindling that spark. Seems like you're scared she might remember her own strength or see how little you really have.
Charlotte, I'll face you any day, any place.
Then why did you send Shayna to face her last time?
I was delegating responsibility, but Shayna didn't get the job done. So now I'll step up and show you what true leadership is about. Let's do it on Mutiny turf this week.
Fine with me. It's about time Tiffany saw firsthand what real leadership is. Not just directives, but inspiring action. Maybe she'll see why she admired what I stand for.
What she'll see is me exposing you as a fraud. And she'll see it from the best seat in the house, as a special guest referee.
Okay.
Tiffany, when you're out there calling the shots, just give me a fair chance to show what I can do. I'll show you one wrestler to idolize and one to despise.
Tiffany Stratton is here as our special guest referee.
The following is a special guest referee match. Please welcome the special guest referee for this match, Tiffany Stratton.
Tonight, Tiffy time means it's time for her to officiate this match. But do we really think she's going to be impartial?
Oh, with Bayley involved, I'd say that's highly unlikely. She's going to have Stratton do whatever it takes to make sure she comes out on top.
Let's see how Stratton calls this match.
Charlotte Flair steps into NXT in royal purple.
And the participants, first from the Queen City, Charlotte Flair.
We finally get the match we were supposed to see last week as Charlotte will get her hands on Bayley.
And she'll do it wearing another classic outfit from her vast collection. Her wardrobe catalog is longer than her list of victories.
Charlotte and Bayley finally face off with Tiffany Stratton officiating. Bayley wants to make an example of this woman. She needs to do everything she can to stop that.
She needs to be the absolute best version of herself here tonight. Here comes the role model and the foundation of the women's division.
In the minds of many, already an all-time great.
And her opponent from San Jose, California, Bayley.
A true history maker and the first ever women's Grand Slam champion.
Yeah, Bayley's a woman who reestablished herself with a record-breaking Royal Rumble win and a championship victory at WrestleMania.
The former leader of Damage Control, who now wants to lead the women's division, not take it over.
Bayley never lost her love for this sport. She turned that inner rage into determination. You have to respect it.
Charlotte sending a message that she's got more than one score to set up.
What a tank, reaching the ropes, and the hold has to be broken.
Counter by Charlotte. Shot block. Brilliant. Right to the back of the knee.
Focus that attack at the base. Can't put together much offense with no base.
She counters it.
Backbreaker.
Eat defeat.
From behind. Back suplex.
Bayley's not looking so confident after taking that attack.
And there's that ruthless streak of Charlotte's already just flowing out of her.
Ah, the knee right to the face. And Bayley's resolve might be wavering here.
Bayley is getting the window shut at every opportunity.
Nice standing backbreaker and takedown.
Taking things to the outside, but got to make sure to heed the official's count.
From behind. Back suplex. Ooh. Bayley avoids the assault.
Charlotte is looking unstoppable now.
Charlotte providing Bayley with the punishing reminder of who's in charge here.
Charlotte setting her up for the figure eight. This could be it for Bayley right here in the heart of mutiny.
Bayley's begging Tiffany to break the hold. Stratton's supposed to be impartial.
The deck does not look as stacked as Bayley had hoped. Charlotte's down.
So much for neutrality, Saxton.
Bayley's taking advantage.
A quick count, and this one's over.
And just when it seemed like Tiffany was going to uphold the integrity of this match.
That's the influence of mutiny. They play by their own rules, and now Tiffy time means winning time for Bayley.
Look at Stratton's face. She knows she crossed the line.
And that's exactly what Bayley wanted her to do.
A pivotal and potentially regrettable moment for Tiffany Stratton.
Hey, how are you feeling after that?
I'll be all right. But yeah, you nailed me good there.
Thanks. I learned from the best.
Well, you made your point tonight, loud and clear. So I'm backing off. You've shown you can stand your ground, even if I don't agree with where you're standing.
For what it's worth, I appreciated you trying.
Of course. Bailey was right. I was trying to get you on our side. You'd have been a great addition. You're what this sport needs, a strong, capable woman shaping our future. I'm proud I inspired you to get into wrestling.
You are still inspiring me. Watching you compete up close tonight, you made me feel like a kid again.
Was that why you hesitated before you knocked me into next week?
Yeah, maybe. I didn't like Bailey needing my help to win, and I don't like being pushed around by her either. But you've been trying to push me around too. You said it yourself. I need to blaze my own trail, not follow or recreate someone else's.
Maybe we've both been looking backward too much. Instead of revisiting old matches, we should be making new history.
I like the sound of that.
Then let's do it, but not here. This isn't the place for what comes next. At least not for you. Let's you and me take this to SmackDown, a stage worthy of your talents and maybe a new beginning. I mean, if you want. It's your choice.
You and me, facing off? I'll be there.
Tiffany Stratton getting a warm welcome from this home crowd.
The following is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring, representing Absolution from Prior Lake, Minnesota, Tiffany Stratton.
After the way last week's match ended, I don't think anyone expected a show of sportsmanship like we're seeing here tonight.
And with the lengths Charlotte went to bring Tiffany back from the dark side, I never lost hope, Corey.
Redemption and new beginnings are in the air as this contest is about to begin.
The Queen walks among us.
Charlotte always wants to be the best and demands the competition to prove it.
And her opponent from the Queen City, Charlotte Flair.
Already in the midst of a legendary career and so far from finished.
Yeah, Charlotte Flair has proven to be ready for any type of battle.
And Charlotte oozes confidence like no other.
Well, Flair has made a career of living up to the moment, becoming the moment.
Oh, just the presence alone, Corey, serves as intimidation for her opponents.
And tonight, the Queen looks ready to take her throne yet again by force.
Charlotte just has this unbelievable mix of strength, speed, and athleticism.
Oh, you're absolutely right, Cole. Once Flair takes her opponents to school, it's usually over.
We've seen Charlotte is just obsessed with championship gold and cementing her legacy.
And that is why she is the top name in the game. Even though these two have patched up their differences, you've got to think Charlotte wouldn't mind getting in a few licks on Tiffany after what happened last week.
And Tiffany's got to be anxious to show Mutiny what they lost and that she was worth fighting for. She's not going to lay down for her idol.
I think everyone knows with these two competitors, even a friendly match is going to get a bit feisty.
Sidewalk slam.
Into a sidewalk slam. Big forearm.
Looks like someone wants to shove Tiffany's silver spoon down her throat.
Charlotte looked as brutal as ever on that exchange.
They're lining up their opponent. What do they have in mind? Oh, knee drop.
Woo!
Flair now is dictating the pace.
Stratton's got to find a way to defend herself.
Got the underhook. Nice standing backbreaker and takedown. Forearm to the face. Oh, nothing fancy about that.
Nothing.
Cutting her off in the middle of her little performance. That's what you have to do. Sit down, strap in, and hold on. SmackDown is well underway. As graceful as it was damaging, Flair with absolute cruel intentions.
A ferocious attack against Tiffany here.
The Queen is holding the leverage in this match.
Charlotte Flair with a trademark chopping.
Followed by natural selection.
The Queen has this wrapped up.
And into the cover. It's over. All in a night's work.
Here is your winner, Charlotte Flair!
Charlotte Flair showed why she's the queen of WWE, welcoming Tiffany back with a hard-fought victory.
This was a match of mutual respect, with Charlotte riding yet another chapter in her acclaimed career.
That match was a blast, Charlotte. It's been a while since I've had that much fun.
I'm glad to hear you enjoyed it, considering it didn't go your way this time.
Guess I can still learn a few things.
Don't sell yourself short. I bet if you didn't feel guilty about laying me out last week, you'd have definitely come out on top.
Maybe. You know, now that I'm thinking about it, that was the first real match I've had since joining Mutiny.
That doesn't surprise me. They've been stifling you, afraid you'd outgrow their control if you realized your full potential.
Because Mutiny time doesn't necessarily mean Tiffy time.
Exactly. And it is your time. Not just to step away, but to even fight back. If you want to.
Yeah, I do. It's time I stand up and show them they can't define my limits or my destiny. I'm rewriting my story starting today.
Now who's being inspiring?
Well, I had forgotten how amazing those outfits were, Charlotte. Do you keep a wardrobe person on retainer?
Actually, I'd love their number. I'm thinking of getting myself one of those purple ones, for when I'm feeling a little extra.
I'm not sure you could pull it off, but I'd like to see that.
Me too. Seriously, though, convincing Tiffany to leave Mutiny and join us, that's huge.
They thought they had someone special in Tiff, but they're gonna find out that they just lost someone irreplaceable.
We're happy to have her on board. She's a game changer. Not to mention you too, of course.
It is great. But are we just gonna sit around and celebrate, or are we gonna talk about how we get ready for Survivor Series? What's the plan?
I'm heading over to Raw to get us one more ally.
Good idea. We can use all the help we can get. Just make sure whoever you find is worthy.
I'll do my best to get someone who makes us all look as good as you do.